Hello Clashers, Willey here, and today I will be showing you some different Town Hall 8 3-star attack strategies. So let's get started with my personal favorite, Go Vaho. Here's a Go Vaho attack I did in our current war. As you can see, this base still has all level 7 walls, so the Valkyries are going to make their way through that pretty easily. At the top of the base here, he has all of his storages, which means once the Valkyries get down into the base, there's not going to be a whole lot left to slow them down. Now as I start my attack, first I draw out the clan castle troops. In this case it's going to be some wizards, an archer, and a Valkyrie. Now I draw them to the top, and as the troops are traveling is when I like to drop my earthquake spells. I tried to open up that compartment that has the town hall in it, but I was a little bit too high on the spells. Now with the troops up here, I go ahead and start dropping my golems, and drop the wizards to funnel. The funnel is important because you do not want your Valkyries to go around the base. Through it is always better. There go the golems and the wizards. And then as soon as the storages start to go down, we're going to go ahead and send in the king and the Valkyries. They'll get a little distracted by the buildings at the top first, but that's okay. The wall breakers get that outer wall opened up, and everything starts to move down in. I like to bring heal spells with my Valkyrie attacks, because if I use Rage, the Valkyries like to run way out ahead of the golems. They're going a little ahead right now. The Valkyries are making their way, so I start sending in my hogs, and I lose a bunch to some interestingly placed spring traps on the side here. But that's okay, a few of them made it through, and the core of the base is completely gone. The defenses are being finished off now, and as soon as that wizard tower goes down, it's just a matter of cleanup. We've got the king and a wizard over here. The king hasn't used his ability yet. Some more wizards over here, just lost a couple to a giant bomb. And the corner buildings. As we speed up this. And just like that, we got another 3-star. Now here's a base that I hit with my Town Hall 8 account in the last war. As you can see, he's got all of his walls up to level 8. And it does slow down the Valkyries a little more. I'm going to start off by drawing out the clan castle dragon. And I'll bring him over to this corner where I'm going to start my funnel. Now, while the troops are traveling is when I should be dropping my earthquakes, but on this attack I didn't do that. When you're taking out a dragon, you want to try and save as many wizards as possible for cleanup later on. Also for making your funnel, because funnels are important. Put the golems on each cannon on the sides, and wall breakers open that up for me. Here come the earthquake spells, a little late, but not too late. Everything goes into the core nicely, and the Valkyries are doing what they do best. Everything's going down, the hogs are coming in at the top. No spring traps this time, luckily. And the town hall's going down, and the hogs are working their way around the base. Let's speed it up. And there's just one compartment left with defenses. We still have a golem up, a bunch of Valkyries and the king at the top, and a couple of builder huts. As the Valkyries make their way down, they're going to get into that compartment, tear up those defenses, and then head to the builder huts. And the Go Vaho is as easy as that. The next 3-star strategy I want to talk to you about is one that's quite popular: mass dragons. Now there isn't a whole lot to these dragon attacks, but their AI can make them tricky to use on some of the better designed bases. Now, this is another replay from the last war from Buckeye Girl. The best troop composition with mass dragons is, well, mass dragons. 10 dragons in your army camps, and it's good to have either high-level hogs or balloons in your clan castle. That way you can get the air defenses down pretty early in the battle. I don't recommend bringing an 11th dragon unless the air defenses are out on the edge and easy to reach. Now the best spells to bring is definitely the lightning spells. If you have level 5 lightning spells, you can bring an earthquake spell to take out an air defense, and that leaves space for a rage spell. A rage spell, of course, is better than the heal spell, because your slow-moving army needs a bit of a push. The haste spell is nice to have too, but it's not necessary. And as you can see, the balloons and the dragons have made their way into the base and taken out the air defense, and now it's just a matter of making it past the archer towers and then some cleanup. There are no builder huts in the corners on this base. That's something else that needs to be watched for. The king went into the top. He's going to work his way around and help this dragon get through some of the trash buildings. And as the dragons work their way through, this will be another easy 3-star for Buckeye Girl. Now here's a dragon attack from our current war by one of our top Town Hall 8s. As you can see, the air defense is all pretty well centralized, but the air sweeper's up there at the top on the outside. So that's where he's going to come in with the dragons. He gets a funnel there and then sends them all in. Some wizards came out of the clan castle, and I believe there's a Valkyrie and a balloon still in there, which could be triggered by the king. Now he did forget to drop his clan castle balloon, so he puts them down right there to help speed up the cleanup. Everything's going pretty smoothly. The town hall is down. There aren't any buildings in the corners on this one. He's going to put the king in to help get these buildings around the outside. There's only one archer tower left to stand in between the dragons and the 3-star. Everything moves through pretty smoothly. And there are the other CC troops. They're not quite enough to take down the king. And then Tanner wraps up a nice 3-star. Now I would like to show you some less common 3-star attack strategies for Town Hall 8. The first of which is Go Below. This attack is pretty much the same as Go Faho, except you bring balloons instead of hog riders. And you don't typically bring the earthquakes to open up the base. Now what you're looking for are bases like this one that are kind of open and have the air defenses pretty much centralized. And the idea is to send in the Valkyries so that they take down the air defenses, and then you can send the balloons around the edge to pick off the remaining defenses. And as you'll see here, I start behind the air sweeper to take out the very first air defense. I have some wizards on each side of the golems to create my funnel, and a couple of wall breakers to open up that first wall. And as the Valkyries go in, the clan castle is triggered, so I throw down a poison. And I should have been a little quicker with the heal spell there, but it goes down and keeps most of those Valkyries up. See, some of the wall breakers made it through to get that central compartment open, and that's what you want to do, so that the Valkyries can get in there and get those air defenses down. And after that second one goes down, you can begin deploying your balloons. I put some there on each side, and I'll put a rage spell down here beside the wizard tower to get that one taken down pretty quickly. Then after that, the balloons are free to roam and pick off the cannons and Teslas. And there is one archer tower left. Wizards are down to help clean up. And everything's making its way around. Some of the balloons get taken down with their traps, but that's no big deal. All of the defenses at this point are already done. And everything's just cleaning up. And that there wraps up a successful Govolo. Here's another example of a kind of base that you'll be looking for with Govolo. You can see it has lots of outside compartments, but one big compartment in the center. Now I will send a hog in from the bottom to draw out the clan castle troops, which happens to be a P.E.K.K.A. and I'll bring it to the top, and then I'll start my funnel with the wizards and golem. The P.E.K.K.A. didn't quite go where I wanted it to, but it got taken care of anyway. The wall breakers got started on that central compartment, but didn't quite break all the way through. But they broke through enough for everything to follow the golems in. And then once the Valkyries and King get into the center, it's just a matter of a few seconds before all the air defenses are down. I did drop my balloons a little early on the far left. I sent some more in, and they start making their way around the defenses of the base. Now there's only one balloon left on this one. This was a more developed base than the last one, but the end results will be the same. The last of the defenses have been taken care of. Some wizards, Valkyries, the King, and golems are up left for cleanup. And the King still has his ability. And that's another 3-star for Govolo. Now here's a more complicated base that can be done with Govolo. Although I wouldn't recommend going against layouts like this if they have level 8 walls. But since this one has lower level walls, the Valkyries can make it to each of the air defenses in a timely manner. I try to draw out some of the clan castle troops, and then I start my funnel on the far side there. I saved one poison because I know all the troops didn't come out. There goes the other poison, and the heal spell to keep everything alive. One air defense is down so far. The Valkyries are going up, and we've got a couple more going down, which is perfect. Although the King put them into the wrong compartment. Either way, here come the balloons. The rage spell is down to speed things along. And again, as they move their way around the base and take out the defenses, it's just a matter of cleanup. Some wizards, King with his ability again, and everything cleans up nicely. It's another example of a Govolo 3-star. Now the last attack I want to share with you guys today is another Valkyrie variant. It is Go Vape. It's essentially just golems, Valkyries, and a couple of P.E.K.K.A.s. This is another friendly challenge between Thayer and Deleted. He's starting from the bottom. He'll send in his wall breakers to get moving in towards the core. And the wizards have made a nice funnel there, so that everything goes the right way. He's got a 2 rage, a heal, and a poison. Here comes some clan castle troops. Of course, the Valkyrie's going to take care of them pretty quickly. The town hall is down. The enemy king went down pretty quickly as well. He's got one more rage spell to get them through the last part of this. Even though the Valkyries have low health, they're still going to make it through pretty easily. P.E.K.K.A. right there is almost at full health. And the king still has his ability. And there it goes. Now it's just an archer tower, a Tesla, and some cleanup left over, which they'll make their way through eventually, one building at a time. And as this wraps up, it'll be a 3-star for another ground attack. Oh, there's a builder's hut. There we go. And I did a Go Vape attack of my own. Except this time I only brought 2 P.E.K.K.A.s, and I brought max Valkyries in my clan castle. I go ahead and get the golems in and start the funnel with the wizards. Some balloons come out of the clan castle. I get poisons on them before they can do too much damage. There's a nice wide funnel there, so everything goes straight down through the core. Once the balloons are out of the way, I start dropping my ground troops. Everything's going down in, so I drop a rage spell to help push things straight through. And then I watch where the troops are headed, and I get another rage down to keep things moving along. And there it is. A lot of the Valks went around the outside with one of my P.E.K.K.A.s, but the king and another P.E.K.K.A. are still inside doing work. Golems up there tanking. They're going to make their way down. And the Valkyries go outside again. But even with the Valkyries going back to the outside, there's still more than enough firepower to push through all of these compartments and get the 3-star. They'll continue to go all the way up around. I tried to get them to go back in with archers, but it didn't quite work. A few of them did break off to go in. They trigger a giant bomb. Now there's just an archer tower, wizard tower, and a mortar. And with just a couple of splash defenses remaining, the troops are going to have no trouble at all getting this 3-star. And there you have it. Now, before I wrap up this video, I want to do a live Govaho attack. Alright, I found a base here with some pretty decent loot. And it looks like the giant bombs could be in here beside the storages, or up here by the sweeper. Either way, looks like I'll be coming in from the top. Go ahead and send a hog in to check for clan castle troops. Doesn't seem to be any, so let's get this funnel started. And hopefully I can break through this double wall here. I got most of the way. That's good enough. And then we're going to go ahead and break this open. Alright, perfect. Sending in the Valkyries. And the king. Go ahead and put a heal spell down. Keep everything going. I'm going to go ahead and send some hogs in on either side. Try and take down some of those defenses there. And the last heal. Get some wizards cleaning up on the edges here. Some archers down at the bottom. I believe that is all my troops. Yep. Just a few point defenses left and a few mortars. The king still has his ability available. Valkyries are working on those storages there. I'm going to try and pop the king's ability when he gets into that compartment with the point defenses. Now the Valkyries are in, I will go ahead and hit it now to help get him through that wall. Either way, it's looking pretty good. And there's another 3-star. Alright. I would like to thank you for taking the time and watching today's video. I hope it helps you with your victories in war. And if it does, go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. And if you would like to see more Clash of Clans videos from me, hit that subscribe button. I will be doing attack strategies for other Town Hall levels in the future, as well as trophy pushing strategies for Town Hall 7 and 8. If you have any suggestions for future content, let me know down in the comments. I would like to thank my clanmates and Crimson Folk for helping me put this content together. I'll see you guys next time.